For this bone tutorial, we're taking a look at the ribs and the rib cage in general, and then the thoracic vertebrae. We're starting off here looking at the rib cage. So you have the ribs, which you can see here on this pony, and then the thoracic vertebrae here along the spine. So I just want to show you, obviously these are ribs, that's a pretty easy bone to identify, but I want to show you just two little parts. So at the proximal end of the rib, we're just looking at where it articulates with the thoracic vertebrae, and you want to see the head of the rib. So you want to know where that is, and that's the more cranial portion here. And so that is the head of the rib. And then you have the tuberculum of the rib, which will be the more caudal portion, or more dorsal actually, here. So the tuberculum is here, and then the head of the rib will be here. So more ventral here, more dorsal for tuberculum. And those articulate with the thoracic vertebrae. So now we'll take a look at an individual thoracic vertebrae so you can see the different parts. Here we have an isolated thoracic vertebrae from a horse, and we just want to look at the different parts of it. So first of all, just for orientation purposes, this is cranial, and then this will be caudal. So these articulate with the next vertebrae in line. So these would be the cranial articular surfaces, and then here would be the caudal articular surfaces. And this has a general body plan just like just like any other vertebrae. So it has a body, which is here, so that's the ventral part here. And then you have an arch, which you can see here. You also have those transverse processes, so you have a transverse process on either side, and they're fairly short. And then you have an elongated dorsal process, spinous process right here. So dorsal spinous process is the long part of the thoracic vertebrae that's sticking up dorsally. And then where the ribs articulate is actually going to be on the caudal surface of the transverse processes here. And all the ungulate species have thoracic vertebrae and ribs that look somewhat similar.